Is your welding and fabrication business currently struggling in our economy coming close to the election? If so, stay tuned because I'm going to let you guys know about 3 types of advertising that I would pretty much completely avoid if you want to generate good work. What's going on, everybody? My name is Josh Washburn of Washburn Fab Co. I've been gone for a while, but look, we're back. We're actually in a new studio. This is actually a studio now. I got 2 big old lights. We got a couch here. We got a nice backdrop going on. No more random videos wherever I was or I'm in my office. In one of my last videos, I talked a lot about the economy and market in my specific area and how it wasn't doing so well. If you're interested in seeing that, check the link below in the description. Alright, so I have 3 types of advertisement that I don't really think is that successful. We're going to start with one that I think can kind of go either way, and we're going to end on the worst that I would never recommend. So starting off with advertisement number 1 to avoid. This is going to be craft fairs and other types of like farmers market events. What I noticed when going to those, I was bringing CNC cut signs and stuff like that. You might get a few sales on your signs, but I've been to maybe like 6 or 7 different craft fair kind of deals, and I have never once gotten a phone call off the thousands of business cards that I've passed out from them. So at this point, I have completely avoided them at all costs. The sale on a couple of signs isn't really worth the time of sitting out there all day. You know, you have to take some time to set up. You have to take time to cut a whole bunch of signs that you don't know are going to sell, and you have to sell them a little bit low to even be able to make sales. So you're going to end up with some overstock on random stuff that you can't get rid of. So I have a wall of signs in the shop right now that I've been giving away to friends and customers, and whoever says, hey, that's a cool sign, all right, go ahead, take it, you can have it. The sign market's absolutely as saturated as it can get to, so try to stay out of that. The only exception I would have to going to get a booth at events is if it was something super related, in depth to your niche itself. If it's not related to your niche, where it's just a bunch of random local businesses, you're probably not going to do too hot. But if you're at an event and it's specifically car related, for example, and you do automotive fabrication or like off-road fabrication, you might be doing pretty good. But if it's not related to your niche, stay away from it. All right, the second type of advertisement to avoid, in my opinion, would be posting random flyers in public places. So it's definitely okay to like leave a flyer or leave a business card at, say, Napa Auto Parts or other hardware stores and automotive places, but I would avoid just leaving them at random businesses. I don't feel like I've gotten any calls from random flyers or business cards being left places. The only time I have had people call me from business cards was at one place, for example, was a diesel mechanic shop, which actually had some pretty good jobs come out of that. So you're going to have to try to narrow down on your audience to actually find who's going to be one of your potential customers. I was putting up flyers the other day for an event going on through my other YouTube channel at Travel and Shred. I've been spending a ton of time doing that channel. That's why I've been gone for so long. But anyways, when I was putting up flyers for one of these events that we were throwing, I only ended up putting up a couple because I kind of looked around and I was like, I come in this store all the time, and I did not even acknowledge these other flyers that were on the wall, and I was oblivious to them. I just walked right past them, don't even know, don't pay attention, don't look at them. And I feel like I'm pretty observant about random stuff like that, so if I didn't notice, the average guy probably is not going to notice. And the type of audience that's going to walk past these flyers in a generic place like the grocery store probably really can't use our welding and fabrication services. All right, the number 3 worst type of advertising that you need to completely avoid, don't even think about it, it's terrible, it's so bad, is any lead generating service. I don't want to name drop, but I'm going to name drop Angie's Leads or Angie's List, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely terrible. Some of the examples of jobs I got requested to do when I did sign up, this was years ago, was a job that was an hour away with a budget of like $100, and they just wanted some patio furniture fixed that was cast iron. So the way those work is kind of like you can't really get the full info on the job or the contact information until you pay a certain amount for that lead. And All those jobs are bad. They're all bad. Trust me, they're bad. Anybody looking to get work done on Angie's Leads is going for cheap. They're going for poor work at the lowest rate possible. Stay away from there. Another bad thing about places like Angie's Leads or Angie's List is when you try to cancel your service, they keep calling and harassing you. I got like 10 phone calls when I stopped using it, and they just kept calling and calling, and I said, I'm not interested anymore. Like, stop calling. I'm not interested. And it finally took me blowing up and saying, hey, take me off of this list, with a little bit more explicit language, but I like to keep my channel clean. So yeah, super annoying to get the calls all the time. I've tried other lead platforms when I was doing personal training. I can't remember the website specifically, but you could also list your welding work on there too as well if you wanted to, which don't do it. But this place, I deactivated my account and they didn't allow me to permanently deactivate that account. So little did I know, they were pulling like $100 a week out of my account and wouldn't refund me. I even went through my bank to try to get a refund, and they didn't approve the refund. So I got screwed out of some money that I didn't realize was coming out until I was like, hey, why does this card keep going down? And I noticed that they just kept pulling money out. So stay away from those. They're all a scam. I have never once heard good things about any of these pay-per lead services. So yeah. All right, guys, so that's my opinion on the 3 worst types of advertising for your welding and fabrication business. I think this almost goes for worst types of advertising for almost anything, any type of business. I may be wrong. There may be some give in craft fairs for other small local businesses and stuff like that. But for the most part, avoid these at all costs, and definitely avoid any type of pay-per-lead service. You will not be satisfied. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.